I remember vividly the morning she woke up after a chemotherapy treatment, and all her hair, or the majority of her hair, was on the pillow, those wonderful golden locks. And it was the first time she actually started to cry. And I remember looking at each other, and it was like her saying, "This is it." It was just devastating.
Knowing how sort of active and happy and she did so much for everyone, as certainly for us kids and for my dad and stuff, then just seeing her like that and stuff was hard to see.
She was devastated. She was absolutely devastated. Her hair was a massive part of her, naturally curly just like mine, and what made her recognisable as well. It was one of the worst things that I know I've ever had to do, and at the time it was really a distressing time to be stood in the bathroom with your mum, and her hair's just coming out in clumps, and she just said, "Just cut it all off for me." So with those orange-handed scissors from your kitchen drawer, it came off. I did it in their bathroom, and they had one of those like theatre mirrors with the light bulbs, and I was kind of stood behind her, and yeah, we both cried. Then, as in true mum fashion, as I said, then she could make a joke out of anything, and cracked a joke, and we were laughing.
The memories that I have of Mum while she was undergoing chemotherapy were obviously very sad. Again, very positive from her point of view, always trying to put a smile on our face as well as her own, and battling through it all really and staying positive.
I think because there was the first time, I can't fully remember, but I always remember having a cap when she lost her hair and going through stages of the wig and things, which I know she really didn't like, and I know my dad really didn't sort of like it. I think for me, she always seemed to try and be as positive as possible, and I think whether she was or not, I think she certainly kept a brave face on for us as kids.
She was a battler, and she was so determined, and I had a family to support, so she allowed me to go out and work and develop my businesses and be successful myself, even though she was ill. But that was her, that was Sue. She's an absolutely amazing woman. Inspirational, selfless, always put others first, particularly me and the children. She was a saint.
I wouldn't say I have a favourite memory of my mum. I've just got lots of memories which I feel very lucky for. One thing that I did do throughout the whole of my growing up life was spend as much time as I possibly could with my mum. So I would literally bob to the shops with her if she was going out. I would spend holidays with just me and my mum, not even all the rest of the family, driving off to random places like Matlock or nowhere very special, but stuff just spending time with each other, or with my twin brother, singing in the car to end people, just random stuff, roof down in the car. She always loved cars. Most moments with my mum were pretty special moments.
Bubbly, very happy, very loving and caring. Certainly from my side, I think she always saw me as the little one, very cuddly, I think.
Mum was a fantastic person and loved by so many people, and even today she gets mentioned every week at least by somebody who loved her dearly and just thought she was fantastic, as did her family.
Our holidays were, I have to say, pretty epic, right back from being as little as I can remember. And we had the villa in Spain where I learnt to swim, where I learnt to do backflips, where I was just in the water all the time. But in terms of from a family point of view, we were always together, and we did always have such lovely times, and Mum always looking fantastic and incredible in a bikini, and after 4 children. But yeah, we just generally had a lovely time, and always round the pool, and then later on, other summer holidays that we had were great. But we also loved skiing. and the skiing holidays were fantastic. But certainly memories of when Richard and James were little, and there'd be mum carrying not just her own skis and poles, but their skis and poles as well. And I used to remember sitting and looking in awe and just thinking, God, is there anything that you can't do, Mum? You're incredible. The family holidays have been fantastic.
So I guess my mum was a little bit of a guinea pig, and she had no idea when she used the device that Dad and Neil had developed whether it would work or not. But she was passionate, she believed in it, and actually she just thought, let's give it a try. So I believe, although we all know that it doesn't work for every patient, she'd be saying, just do try it, persevere with it, and it's definitely worth it.
If she was sat here now, she would just say, just try it, go for it. And having lost her hair herself and it being the worst part of her cancer diagnosis and journey, just try something that will help. And if it doesn't work for you, at least you can say you have tried it.
I think, knowing Mum, she would be very supportive of anybody undergoing scalp cooling, along the theme of really trying to ensure that people remain positive. And I guess because it's not a pleasant experience, is grin and bear it, and it'll be worth it in the end, certainly if it's successful, and always keep smiling.
It was fate. Fate because if Sue hadn't had cancer, if she hadn't had chemotherapy treatment, if she hadn't lost all her hair through it, then I wouldn't have done something about it. And that is fate, because the legacy it has left, that hundreds and hundreds of thousands of patients now have benefited from this wonderful legacy she's left. She might have left in body, but she's never left us.
It's funny actually, because I am a big believer in that they're still with you in certain times, and I think she's with us always, but whenever I'm on the stage, should I say, in terms of presenting about Paxman, which is a large proportion of what I do now and what I love, when I'm talking about her, when I'm talking about introducing her to people, I know for a fact that she's there with me, with her arm around me and helping me and guiding me. I just want everybody to know how special she was, to know that they are in safe hands because you're in the hands of my mum.